Welcome to the next block of study of your PTLLS course. This is a 1-week block of study and the topic is learner motivation. It will help you when you come to answer Theory Task B. By the time you've studied this section of the course, you'll be able to describe a range of factors which will increase learner motivation, and you'll be able to describe the ground rules that you'll use with learners, the reasons for those rules, and how you'll make sure that they are adhered to. You should begin by looking at Carol Thompson's input video on motivation and management. Carol will begin by looking at why some learners don't want to learn and what we can best do to motivate learners. She'll then go on to look at what motivates learners and what the best teachers do in order to motivate their classes. She'll look at the virtuous and vicious cycles that can happen in the classroom and look at avoiding the vicious cycle. Then you'll be joining in some activities on increasing interest and motivation in your classes and looking at motivational factors such as challenge and clear communication. Carol will then lead you through a section on how you should introduce and set up your lessons, how to effectively communicate with your learners, and the setting of ground rules and some classroom management tips. Make sure that you've watched all segments of Carol's video and taken part in all of the activities as she directs. When you've watched and taken part in all of the activities in Carol's video, it's time for you to move on to the discussion and reflection part of this part of the course. I've set up 2 forums for you to discuss the issues raised with the rest of your PTLLS group. The first of these forums is on motivation. You should use this to discuss what motivated and demotivated you when you were a learner. You might find that watching Mr. Grimes' lovely maths lesson will help you to spur some topics on this debate. The second forum is for a discussion of the ground rules that you'll set for your groups. How will you enforce these rules and what benefit will they be for yourself and for your learners? When you've finished taking part in those 2 discussion forums, it's time, as usual, for you to enter into the reflective phase for this part of study. You should think about all the topics that you've studied, what they'll mean to you as a teacher trainer, and what you'll need to do to develop your practice as a result of them. Then you should post your reflections using the usual electronic submission method. I hope you've enjoyed this part of the PTLLS course on learner motivation and ground rules. When you've completed it, you should go on to the next section on learner inclusion.